all had Halloween decorations before, right? Each and every year we go to the local costume store, the Walmart, or even Spirit Halloween to get the latest and greatest animatronics. But what if you already have an animatronic? What if you've had it for quite some time? What if it's even broken? Today, I'm going to be answering that last question, as today I'm going to be telling you how to fix a split gear in an animatronic. First, we're going to start off with all the items that we need. The number one item we're going to need is a screwdriver. Now this may vary as there's different screws in each and every gearbox, but we're going to use the most commonly used screw, which is a Phillips head. Next up, we're going to need a flashlight, as sometimes it may be hard to see what you're doing. The next few items are optional, which is going to be gear oil and tweezers. Minique.com describes gear oil as a lubricant that you put on top of gears that causes less friction. Now this is applied to cars, however, it can apply to animatronics as well, just in a smaller form. And then the tweezers that we're going to use are going to be able to help us pull out the certain gear that's broken. Lastly, you're going to need to replace the gear. Now, you may not know what gear it is until you open it up, which is fine, that is normal. However, in this scenario, we're going to say that the 10-tooth gear is broken, as that's the most commonly gear that's broken. Once we have all of our items, we're now ready to fix the animatronic. First off, we're going to start by looking for the gearbox. Now this may be hard, but in this scenario, let's say that the head's broken. We're going to go to the head and disassemble it. That'll lead us to the gearbox. Once we find the gearbox, we're going to take our screwdriver and unscrew all the screws. Once you do that, you're going to open up the gearbox. As soon as you open up that gearbox, make sure to take pictures, as that's going to help you figure out how to put it back together once you're done. You may notice that a couple gears are stuck to the top. That's completely normal. It happens all the time. Just make sure you take as many pictures so you're ready to go. Once you open up the gearbox, take your flashlight and shine it down, as you can see what you're doing. Once you do that, take your tweezers and find the broken gear. In this scenario, we're going to say it's the 10-tooth gear. Once we find the smallest gear in the gearbox, we're going to grab it with the tweezers and pull it out. You may notice when you pull out the gear that it's got a small hairline fracture. That's what we call a split gear. Put that gear to the side and take your replacement gear and put it in. Once you put the replacement gear in, take the gear oil that you have and put it inside the gearbox. If you don't have gear oil, you can take the extra gear oil that's already in the gearbox and put it all over the gears. Once you do that, it's time to put the gearbox back together. Once you put the gearbox back together, it's going to take some time, but that's completely normal. Just make sure you're taking your time and you're lining everything up so it's ready to go. Once you do that, screw all the screws in and you're ready to go. You've fixed your animatronic. Animatronics have been around for quite some time. Gemmy.com boasts that they have been making seasonal decor for over 30 years. And with that much time and that many animatronics out there, it's inevitable that they will break. It's best to make sure you take care of your animatronics and keep them well in a well-conditioned area so they will increase their longevity. I hope this will help you in fixing your animatronics.